Hello and welcome to the next video for the fpxEngine. My name is Shiva, I'm the developer. I'm just going to update on my progress so far, and there's actually quite a bit that has been done since the last video. Most importantly, as you can see, we now have a kicker bolt item, and this will be a rubber and plastic bolt item. And as you can see, I'm just sort of building my way up here. The bolts are not really designed to fit perfectly together. You're going to probably have to do some modification to the design because there could be quite a few bolt items. You know, it's just a way. I just want to see how this would work in a working environment, and roughly a table that people would be able to play. As mentioned, we have a new kicker. There's also been some other big changes. Most importantly, the plastics have been changed over so that they now light up, and there's also a band lighting code among other things that have been added. Now, as you can see, I've already put everything in, and this new kicker shows off some new add scoring event code that I put in. One is, as you can see, add alternating lanes. This will light up the in lanes, and now you have alternating lanes. It's just a setting. It also shows off a 25K award, a special one that has display messages, and it also has a special is lit feature. So you know, it has been quite a bit done. As to the lighting, well, first off, what I am going to do is I'm just going to go all the way up here, and I'm going to just change this to 1. So now we've got ball shadows, and also we now have shadow maps. Now I would recommend this if you're developing while you're developing your game and your design is not final, just to set it to 0. But we'll just turn it on. So, well, yeah, let's just show you how the game looks now. And there you go.
FPX.
Let's start again. Let's get the ball in play, and let's just show you some of the things that this does. One of the most biggest additions is actually internally to the bolt items. There's a few new features in here, and one of it is the ability now for you to tell the script what you want happening after the very final case. Let's just do this first. So as you can see, it's okay, so now we have the specials lit, and one of the features now is that you can now tell it what you want to happen afterwards. You can tell it to go to a special case, you can tell it to repeat a case, you can tell it to go all the way back to the beginning. It's just a very simple put in. And now of course this will now repeat light number 2, and I have it set so that it will constantly repeat light number 2, and it will continue to do so until you lose the ball, and then it will reset itself automatically. And as you see, it starts over. Now let's just show you. Let's just show off the kickers. Now with this one, the in-lane lights slide up, and as you can see, there is one. It's a little hard to see because this is just the brightest playfield, but as you can see, the lights are alternating. And with this one, and now this is the final light, and this will light the outlane. Now if you notice, the outlanes and the inlanes are separate from each other on different sides. I just did, I put that in. It's just looks nicer. And if you notice, this will now repeat on light number 2. I could actually reset it all the way back to the beginning if I wanted to. I just left it at that. And of course, as you notice now, the plastics are now lighting. They're actually just a light object. I just decided to throw that in since the code's in there. And of course, all of the band code, which is for the lens lids, I've added all of that code into as well. So, I want to talk a little bit about the boat. I'll be doing a special video for the boat. First off, I'll have to show you, this is my master copy for the manual, and as you notice, it looks a little weird. It's got tables showing and everything else like that. It's just the way it is. But one of the new sections is the ability to use boat items. I'm going to do a page every release, but as you can see, I'm telling you how you can expand your script, and how to add more bulb objects and more lighting objects, and how to expand the code, and of course the new variable, which is the case repeat variable, which will allow, as you can see, and this is used to tell the script to do once you've reached the maximum case setting that is specified in case end. You can then tell the script to go all the way back to the beginning. You can tell it to just repeat case end. You can set it to any case value that you want. Both the kicker and the target go back to case 2, by the way. You can also, as you can see, it's pretty powerful, and then I go on to about how to add more cases, how to add more lights to the cases, and everything else. And as to the boat themselves, well, I've got both the drop targets and the target banks done. And as you can see, they've got nice little pictures and everything else. And I'll give you a complete list of lights and the objects and all the additional information. And I'll give you a copy of the boat worksheet. I'll show you this, but I'll just show it as a text file. And this is what the boat worksheet looks like. It's been set up very, very carefully. As you can see, I list all the variables, the subroutines, any unique subroutines, lights, bulbs, and objects. I also remind you that a B in front usually means it's a variable, and M in front usually means that it's a memory. And if you notice, I'm using the word keyword here, and I have very carefully written the code so that all of the variables and all of the subroutines have keywords in it. So if you, and the keyword fpx is my table name, and kicker1 is my object name. So since everything uses these two keywords, that means that all you have to do is, if you wanted to duplicate the file or make your own boat item for that matter, all you have to do is just do a find and replace for the table name, which is fpx. So if you want to call it, say, xenon instead, you would just find the word fpx, and then you replace it with the word xenon, and every single variable, every single light object that's in the script, every subroutine, it will automatically change to xenon. So in other words, it's just a straight find and replace. And if you want to change the object name from kicker1 to, say, the target bank, then you would just do a find and replace on that. Just find kicker1, replace it with, say, target bank, and there you go, done. And then you're all pretty much ready to put it in your script. You'll even do it down here. So I am still working on the master templates. I'm still trying to get it so that it's absolutely perfect. But so far, for instance, with the FPX Kicker 1 here, if I wanted to duplicate it, I would just call it from Kicker 1 to Kicker 2. Put the code into the engine itself, which is pretty easy, and then duplicate the objects and just rename them from Kicker, and just rename them to the proper file name, because all the file names will be right here. So that makes it very, very easy. And as you can see, we're starting to get there. It's looking pretty good so far in testing. Everything seems to work. I should mention that if you've noticed that this entire section down here, the plastics are not lighting up. They will down the road. They will in maybe the next version or the version after that. I have decided that everything in FPX is going to be a vault item, and that includes this entire section right here. This will all be converted into a vault section, and this means that down the road you'll be able to swap out this entire section with a different configuration, like say something from say Skateball or Phantom or Centaur or Black Knight or one of the weird Gottlieb designs that they used to do. And I'll be doing the same for the top header section up here too as well. Well, that should be it, and I hope I explained everything properly. And in the meanwhile, I'll see you next time. I'm hoping to have this version out soon. I have still an awful lot to do to get it ready. Large sections of the manual still have to be changed over and to reflect the change, and I still have a lot of testing to go, but I hope that it will be within the next couple of weeks. I'll try to at least. In the meanwhile, happy pinball, and we'll see you next time.